boyfriend and girlfriend here, and we are doing one of those tag videos that's going around.
We got tagged by Mrs. QDAWG.
We certainly did, and this originally started with Musty Hobbit. Some have dubbed him the most handsome man on the YouTubes. Do you know what Musty Hobbit looks like?
I think...
He's very handsome.
No, I don't know.
Very handsome. Anyway, he started this whole...
I mean, I know him from Twitter.
Right.
Because I think we follow each other. But keep going, sorry.
Anyway, he's very handsome. And he started this tagging thing where you do your top 5, like, most nostalgic games. That bring you back to the past.
Oh, one of them isn't then. But, well,
Yeah.
okay. Alright.
I mean, it's not happening right now, is it?
No, it happened in the past, definitely.
Boom!
Before. Yeah, before now.
Yeah. So, let's get to it, huh?
Okay.
Ladies first.
So my first one is basically, I'd say it was probably one of the original iOS games, if you could call it that, because ages and ages ago, years ago when I first had a phone, the only game that was on there was this thing called Snake. And I don't know if anyone else remembers it.
Like on the Nokia?
Yeah, on like a Nokia, yeah. And like, so it would just go around and you just have to eat whatever it was and get out of the way or something.
Right,
but that game kept millions of people from boredom because that's all you had. You didn't have the internet yet or any of that on your telephone, so you just had Snake.
Did you ever beat it?
No.
Have you seen videos of people beating it?
No.
It's wild.
I didn't know you could beat it. I thought it just carried on until it got you.
No, you can beat it.
Oh, I remember going up levels and it just got really, really fast, but I'd say that's my number 5.
Number 5. Well, my number 5, and we're gonna try and have physical representations of this. Obviously,
Except for that one.
We don't have Nokia brick phone to show you. My number 5 is actually a Game Boy game. It's gonna be Donkey Kong Land. Now, this one, when I was growing up, I had like 3 Game Boy games. I had Donkey Kong Land, Empire Strikes Back, and Home Alone 2. Empire Strikes Back, Home Alone 2 sucked. They were terrible. So Donkey Kong Land was the only fun one that was enjoyable and an actual good game. And I played the heck out of that forever. Because I only owned those 3 games for like the longest time. And this was the first game I ever beat on Game Boy. So as far as Game Boy is concerned, it's probably my most nostalgic memories. I spent a lot of time with DK, the DK crew.
Okay, number 4.
Number 4.
So, my number 4 is not for children. It is South Park Chef's Love Shack. And this, we used to play a bunch of adults, of course, because it is M, it's rated mature.
Rated M, in case anyone is confused. Don't let your children play this.
Well, it's South Park, so hence it's after 9 o'clock at night. And this was really fun because it was like a game show and you'd have different controllers. So it'd be a bunch of people getting together and just being silly and playing the non-child appropriate game.
I have yet to play that.
Yeah, we haven't played it yet, and I got this copy actually in Portland with Jason from Arcade Impossible.
First video game you ever bought.
Yeah, it's good.
There you go, a little trivia. My number 4 is a PlayStation 1 game, and that is Dino Crisis 2.
Oh.
Now this plays a lot like the original Resident Evil games. It's got those tank controls. But it's a little bit more action-packed and it's dinosaurs instead of zombies. But I played the heck out of this game. I would even say this is probably the first game that I like mastered 100% for one reason. I was trying to make a movie out of it. I was recording the gameplay footage on a VHS, and you could, if you were really fast and you didn't make any mistakes, you could beat the game in about 2 hours. And so I played it to make like a movie version of the game. Like, who's ever gonna sit down and watch that, you know? That's ridiculous. Anyway, Dino Crisis 2.
Number 3. So mine is a little Game & Watch, and this is the actual one that I had of Tropical Fish. The game is called Tropical Fish. This is the actual game that I had when I was little. So basically, I don't know if you can see the little picture there. There's a man who's looking very panicked holding a fishbowl. And what it is actually it's true, in real life, fish sometimes jump out of the tanks. They actually do that if you leave them open. So this particular tropical fish has jumped out of the tank and you just basically go back and forth.
You have to like put them back in the tank?
Well, you just have to catch the fish.
Catch them.
Catch the fish. And you have to get them from one tank to the other, and sometimes they kind of double back, or maybe it's supposed to be a new fish.
Oh.
I always assumed that it was like the same few fish going back and forth, but maybe it's a new fish every time.
Those Game & Watches are awesome.
Yeah, and it just kind of went back and forth, but it was really fun, and I used to have it I remember playing it in the car and everything like that, like when I was in the back of the car, and it was just a fun game. Very simple, but fun. And it has a little, see, it's even got my name on the back, just in case anybody took it away. And it has a little stand, so when it goes into the mode where, you know, was it demonstration mode? If you obviously were excessively bored, you could just put it on its little stand and watch it doing that.
What?
I don't know why
Really?
I don't know why anybody
That's
would want
crazy.
to do that, but
Seriously?
yeah. So that's number 3.
That was number 3. All right.
Tropical fish.
Number 3 for me is a Super Nintendo game, and it is Super Punch-Out. This is in a
I played that.
case. Oh, you did for GirlfriendVS. Yeah. This game. This is a manual.
You like that game?
Love this game. You didn't like it?
I thought it was too hard.
She couldn't even beat Bear Hugger. Oh my goodness.
No, I couldn't.
No, I remember because like in high school, when emulators were becoming popular, everybody had Super Punch-Out like downloaded on an emulator. So much so we would compete all the time. And I remember getting my English teacher, Mr. Russolo, to like try, like we would go back and forth trying to get the best scores on like a keyboard. It was ridiculous. It was really fun though. And we like before class we'd always meet up and like who could beat, you know, Piston Hurricane the fastest. It was crazy. And that's number 3. That's my number 3.
Okay, number 2. I like racing games, and I especially like Wacky Races for the Dreamcast. I really, really love this game. My favourite car to be, which is just up there, is actually the tank. I forget what
Army
they're
guys.
called.
Yeah, forget
the
to,
army guys. There's a whole bunch of different cars you can be, and they all have slightly different things that they can do. But that is, it's my favourite one. And I really like racing games.
Right.
I like racing games on the arcades. I like racing games when we did Diddy Kong racing. I really like that. But I love Wacky Races. I think it's awesome.
Awesome. So my number 2, I don't have a physical copy to show you because it's an arcade game, and that is XMen, the arcade game. I have so many fun memories of this game, but 2 that stick out to me is 1, we beat it. It's like it was the first game you ever beat. Technically,
that's true.
It was X-Men. We beat it in Portland.
In that barcade.
And
Ground Zero?
Yep.
Ground Control.
Ground Control, yeah. Now, given any beat 'em up you can beat in the arcade if you have enough quarters, you just keep going. But it was still,
good.
We beat it in less quarters than most, I think, because we're that good. But I love playing the game, and I remember when I was a kid, my brother played hockey, and when we would go to like hockey tournaments and like stay the weekend, almost every hotel would always seem to have the X-Men arcade game, and so I beat that game left, right, and center when I was a kid. I loved it, and it was good. Like, you know, your parents give you some money, all right, go fart around in the hotel, and we would just go blow all the money on X-Men. It was great. I love it. X-Men.
X-Men number 2. Okay, so my number 1 isn't excessively nostalgic as the others. But it is an older game.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. I'm still playing it. It is Pokemon SoulSilver. I really love this game. Out of all of the Pokemon games that I have played, I like this one. I think so far the best. I love just like that they've really thought about little things like, even if you are a Pokemon player, even the whole berries concept. How you can have the berry pots in your pocket. I really like that, so you don't have to go around and remember where they are. Sorry. And I love that you have so much after the adventure of beating the final 4, that you've got a whole nother adventure to go on. And that's
Spoiler alert!
Well, I mean...
I don't know, maybe it's not. I don't know.
Really, I don't think so. Yeah, so I haven't actually finished the game, so I'm still going with it, but you've got to catch them all, right?
Gotta catch them all. Pokemon! Catch them, gotta
Number
catch them
1,
all.
Pokemon SoulSilver.
And my number 1 is for the Nintendo GameCube, and it is Super Smash Bros. Melee. Oh my goodness. When I was in high school, we literally, my friends and I, we would go back to my house every day after school, and I mean, we did this for months, and like over the span of a couple of years, every day we would come back to my house and we would play this for like 3 hours. It was insane. Every day. We played the heck out of it. And can you guess who my main people was that I'm good with?
Is he called Twink? What's he called?
Link!
Link. Sorry.
Twink.
He looks a little bit like Tinkerbell. That's why, because he's green.
Actually, I don't know if my...
Is it Link?
Link.
Is it Link?
It is not Link.
Isn't
actually... Well, no, that is, but that's not who my favorite...
Oh,
that's not who I was really good with.
Well, it's not going to be Pikachu.
It's actually not on the cover there.
Oh. Is it...
But you might know because it's from...
It's from Pokemon?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the Pokemon? Is it Squirtle? Oh, it's Jigglypuff, but he is on the front.
That's Kirby.
Oh.
Yeah, I was awesome with Jigglypuff. I ruled Jigglypuff and Yoshi. Those were my my main two that I always used. I love those guys. And yeah, and I mean, if there was one game that I played the most with my friends, hands down, it would be Super Smash Bros. Melee.
I want to have the memory of playing that.
It's very fun. Well, heck yeah, maybe we'll do it for GirlfriendVS.
We should.
So there you go, guys. That's both of our top fives. Now I believe it's up to us to tag some people, but who's left? My goodness. Do you have anyone? Sure.
Okay.
Go for it.
So I'm going to tag 2 people, because we have to tag 4, right?
No, I mean, I don't know if there's a limit. Usually 3's kind of the...
Okay, so I'm going to tag, first of all, J-Rock the Game Rocker.
Mm-hmm.
So you are tagged.
Are you going to tag Laura, his wife?
No.
Why?
Well,
she's a gamer and he's trying to get her on like YouTube more. So tag her and make her do it. If
so
we had to do it together, they got to do it together.
Well, if you're comfortable with it, Laura, otherwise just 2. So if you want to do it, then I tag you 2. But no pressure.
No, I tag you, so you got to do it now.
And then the other person I'm going to tag is Vintage Video Game Geek. Like, for a moment there, I got rather confused. Could you tell?
Well, because we always call him Vintage.
Yeah, we were just calling Vintage, and I thought, hang on a minute,
Yeah.
there's a bit more here. Vintage Video Game
I'd
Geek.
like to show you my top 5 most nostalgic
No, because then he'll make you do it.
What? No, I was just doing my impression of him.
I know. So Vintage Video Game Geek. Vintage Video Game Geek.
Okay, so that's...
You're tagged. Like 5 times I tagged you.
2 channels we've tagged. I'll tag one more. I'm going to tag Joe from STC Podcast. I know he's probably not going to make a video, but I'm going to tag him in every single thing I ever get tagged in until he makes a YouTube video. So suck it, Joe! You're tagged! Follow him on Twitter. He's at AC Decepticon. He's also one half of the STC Podcast. Check out their podcast. Joe, you've been tagged! Anyway, that's it. Thank you guys very much. Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.
Yeah, that means something different in the UK.
What does it mean?
You did it the wrong way round.
What? Oh.
I'm not saying.
Peace out.
Okay, yeah.
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Didn't right.